Hello there gorgeous gamers. Now picture this, you're craving that open world sandbox, maybe a little chaotic driving, a dash of mission variety. Your mind probably jumps straight to a certain infamous series involving crime and, well, lots of less than wholesome activities. But what if I told you there's a game that's a bit like GTA, plays a bit like Crazy Taxi, but with none of the crime, none of the violence, and absolutely zero dick jokes? I will have to provide them. Instead, to live it at all costs, it's about something surprisingly wholesome. Helping people. And trust me, it's a blast. You step into the shoes of Winston Green, a newcomer to this vibrant island city. Winston is an inventor, a tinkerer, and he's landed himself a job at We Deliver, a local delivery company. This isn't some soulless corporation or a front for illicit activities. We Deliver is run by Harold, an old man who genuinely cares about his community and the quirky islanders that he serves. It's a genius flip of the classic outsider working their way up a syndicate formula. Instead of joining a ruthless crime family, you're becoming a small, slightly clumsy cog in a genuinely friendly, albeit sometimes dysfunctional family business. There's no violence, no naughty words. And when you inevitably plow through a pedestrian for the 10th time, and you will, they just get up, shake themselves off, and carry on, completely unharmed. And if they're pissed off, they'll chase you. It maintains this light-hearted, almost Saturday morning cartoon feel that perfectly matches its aesthetic, and it's something I find quite refreshing. When I first heard about Deliver at All Costs, I went in expecting a simple, perhaps slightly daft delivery sandbox game. And yes, it absolutely is that, but it surprised me in the best possible way, especially with its underlying story and character warmth. It's not some deep, Oscar-worthy narrative, but the characters themselves have a charming simplicity. Harold, the old boss, truly wants to help the island and its people, and as Winston, you slowly become an integral part of his mission. Instead of shaking people down for protection money, you're literally helping people up by delivering weird, wonderful, and sometimes utterly ridiculous stuff. Gameplay-wise, it's this fantastic blend of silly physics, surprisingly simple yet effective driving mechanics, and mission variety that genuinely keeps things ticking along nicely. I've had some truly memorable deliveries. Imagine trying to steer a boxy delivery van across town while a live Maplin fish, a very active live Maplin fish, is thrashing its tail around in the back, making your steering a nightmare. Or delivering a bunch of oversized balloons that, when you hit a bump in the road or a person on the street, it causes your entire car to catch air and float majestically across the rooftops. There's a constant stream of this delightful weirdness, and that is absolutely all part of the charm and one of the biggest reasons I really got into it. And naturally, it's time to talk about the destruction. Oh, you will be smashing things. Fences will crumble, a few bins may be scattered, and maybe the odd lamppost might take a beating. And yes, you can absolutely level entire buildings and structures. But because you're doing it all in the name of helping the community, accidentally of course, the destruction feels less like malicious mayhem and more like pure, unadulterated slapstick comedy. There's no harsh punishment for your vehicular antics. You just laugh it off and keep on going. That is, until the cops arrive. And even then, it's pretty funny. Getting the attention of the police is surprisingly difficult. You really have to go out of your way to provoke them, acting like a real menace for the bacon to take any interest in your activities. But once they do, it shifts into this fantastic arcade-style evade sequence. You're weaving through traffic, busting through shortcuts, all trying to escape the rozzers until you get the all clear. It adds a nice little burst of adrenaline without ever feeling too stressful, maintaining the light-hearted tone. The aesthetic of Deliver at All Costs is just charming as hell. It's drenched in bright, vibrant 50s style colours. Think classic diners, boxy, almost toy-like delivery vans, and those cool old-style 50s cars, and the smooth, cool sounds of jazz drifting from the radio. It feels like driving around inside a living, breathing postcard. Every corner of the island city has character, even with the short loading screens dividing the map into sections. It's a world I really liked being inside of, and I wish I could go even further in. VR version, maybe? No? And while some might find the voice acting a tad Saturday morning cartoon, it somehow works perfectly because the game never takes itself too seriously. It embraces its own absurdity. That low-stakes, high-fun attitude is infectious, and it all contributes to this cohesive, delightful package. Now, it's not perfect, of course, no game is. The driving at times can feel a little floaty or imprecise. Trying to drive in a perfectly straight line can be nigh on impossible, which can be frustrating. The camera angles, especially in tight alleyways, can be a pain, and yes, after a while, if you binge on it for hours, it can get a touch repetitive. But here's my pro tip. Deliver at all costs is the kind of game you don't need to binge. My best experiences came from playing for an hour or two at a time, maximum, switching off or switching over just as it started to wear thin. Space it out, relax, enjoy it. The city will still be there tomorrow for you to destroy. And if you are one of those mythical gamers with the attention span to sit and play for hours at a time, then you'll find endless hours of silly, destructive fun. Even when you're not actively on a mission, you're free to explore the city, hunt down the collectibles, or simply cause chaos as you work through the achievements. Deliver at all costs is a fun little game that genuinely surprised me, taking the Mafia, GTA, open world formula and boldly asking, what if you're a good guy and your job was destructive deliveries, is a unique premise that has absolutely paid off, and I would like to see more Deliver at all costs in the future. And that is the end of this review. Thank you for watching. As always, it's appreciated. Look, there's more stuff for you to watch right now. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, do me a solid and hit the like and subscribe buttons below and give the bell icon a ding so you're notified whenever there's something new to watch. But only the good stuff. I've been Chris, you've been gorgeous, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, cheers my dears.